You ever wonder why a guy who was super into you suddenly starts pulling away, even when you didn't do anything wrong? Here's the truth. In dating, it's not always about one big mistake. Sometimes it is a series of small habits, things you might not even realize you redoing that slowly chip away at attraction. And today, we're talking about the 10 most common mistakes women make that unintentionally push guys away. Even the good ones. If you want a healthy, lasting relationship, you need to know these because awareness is everything. Setting the stage before we dive in, let's be real. This isn't about blaming women or saying men are perfect. Relationships are a two-way street, but understanding these patterns can save you from a lot of heartache. Also, remember, a good guy will communicate if something bothers him, but not all men are great at expressing emotions. Some will just quietly drift away. This list, it is going to help you spot the red flags in your own behavior before it is too late. The 10 mistakes. 1. Losing your own life too quickly. One of the fastest ways to make a man feel suffocated is to drop everything for him. Canceling plans, neglecting hobbies, or making him the center of your entire universe can actually decrease his attraction. Psychologically, humans value what they have to invest in and work for. When your world revolves entirely around him, the mystery and challenge fade. Example, you used to go to yoga on Thursdays, but now you skip every week because he might want to hang out. Over time, he starts seeing you as someone who's lost her spark, and the very independence that attracted him in the first place disappears. 2. Overanalyzing every little thing. A delayed text reply doesn't always mean he's losing interest. But if you read too deeply into every pause, typo, or emoji, it can create tension. Men often sense this pressure and start feeling like they're being constantly evaluated. Why it pushes him away. It shifts the relationship vibe from fun and natural to anxious and overmanaged. Instead of assuming the worst, give space for natural communication patterns. Attraction thrives when trust replaces constant micromanaging. 3. Expecting him to read your mind. Here's a secret. Most guys aren't great at guessing emotional needs. If you're upset and expect him to magically know why, you're setting both of you up for frustration. Example, you wanted him to plan something special for your birthday, but never said it out loud. When he doesn't, you feel hurt. He feels confused. Clear communication doesn't kill romance, it fuels it. Men appreciate directness, especially when it's expressed with kindness rather than criticism. 4. Comparing him to other men, even if it's subtle, like saying, "My friend's boyfriend takes her on vacations all the time." Comparison can eat away at a man's confidence. Men are wired to want to feel like they enough for the woman they love. Constant comparison makes them feel they're failing, which can lead them to disengage. Instead, focus on what he does well and express appreciation. People tend to repeat behaviors they feel valued for. 5. Making him your emotional dumping ground. It's healthy to share feelings. But if every conversation is about your stress, problems, or frustrations, he may start associating time with you as emotionally draining. Men often process stress differently. They might seek distraction, whereas women may seek deeper emotional discussion. Too much negative energy can make him withdraw. Balance is key. Share your struggles, but also share joy, excitement, and light moments. 6. Constantly testing his love. Some women test men to prove their commitment, delaying text replies, creating jealousy scenarios, or picking unnecessary fights. While it might get a reaction in the short term, it erodes trust long term. Men don't stay with someone they feel they always have to prove themselves to. They want to feel chosen, not tested. 7. Trying to change him too much. You can inspire personal growth, but going into a relationship with a fixer mentality often backfires. Example, you knew he wasn't into fitness, but now you're constantly criticizing his eating habits and pushing gym memberships on him. Instead, accept who he is when you meet him. Encourage, don't control. The fastest way to make a guy pull away is to make him feel like he is not good enough as he is. 8. Publicly criticizing or embarrassing him. Men value respect deeply, especially in public. Making jokes at his expense in front of friends or family, even if playful, can wound his pride more than you realize. Respect isn't about ego stroking, it's about making him feel safe with you. If a man feels you're a safe space privately and publicly, his loyalty grows. If not, he retreats. 9. Neglecting physical intimacy. For many men, physical closeness is a key way they feel loved. Neglecting intimacy, not just sex, but also hugs, hand-holding, and small touches, can leave him feeling unwanted. In long-term relationships, intimacy often declines naturally, but letting it vanish entirely makes the bond feel more like a friendship than a romance. 10. Ignoring your own happiness. Men are drawn to women who radiate joy and self-confidence. If your mood and happiness always depend on him, it becomes a heavy responsibility. When you nurture your own happiness through hobbies, friendships, self-care, you bring more positive energy into the relationship, and that's magnetic. Here's the takeaway. None of these mistakes mean you're a bad partner. We've all made some of them, often without realizing it. The key is awareness. Attraction isn't just built in the first weeks of dating. It is maintained in the everyday moments. So if you recognize yourself in a few of these points, don't panic. Just start making small shifts today. Because the right man won't expect perfection, he'll appreciate growth. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who might need it. And let me know in the comments which of these 10 mistakes surprised you the most.